is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I'm back with another video. Thank you guys for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. In today's video, y'all, it is already time for us to do our paycheck budget for November 2021's first paycheck. And to be honest, your girl is a few days late on this, okay? So usually I budget this money before it happens, and I then post an updated video which I attach to my cash stuffing on my main channel to let you guys know what our actual turned out to be. But we are rolling with the punches, y'all, and we are going to dive into these actual numbers today on payday. So first up, I am inside of my income budgeting planner for the rest of 2021, and I am at paycheck budget number 1. Now, my husband was paid today. This will just be his income that we will be budgeting. And for today's paycheck, we will be budgeting, actually I'm lying to y'all already, but $6,065.05. That actually does also include our rental income, because I forget that happens on the first of the month. So that extra $600 you see is wrapped into that total of $6,065.05. So how did we spend it? That's what it's all about, right? First off, let's pay ourselves. So we are going to save for our emergency fund. We're going to budget $100 to our emergency fund. We're trying to passively grow that thing to $4,000 by the end of this year. And I just dropped my savings challenge update video on my main channel, Rochelle Adamson Budgets, and check out that video, Eye in the Sky, so you can see how much we have done and saved, and how close we are to our goal. Okay, next up, let's talk about the debt. Usually what I like to do is when I have the first paycheck of the month, I like to pay as much as I can of all of our regular bills, our anticipated debt payback, all of that jazz. That way the next paycheck is kind of carefree and we don't have to think about it as much. So first up is Tesla. And I've kind of moved some money around because I'm switching banks and all that jazz. So for now, I am going to go ahead and make a one-time car payment of $888 for our Tesla. Usually I pay like just under $300 every pay and just contribute to a sinking fund for that. And then I just pay it once every month or once every other month whenever it's due. But for this time, 888 is our number. I love that number. It's high, but y'all, I love our car. Next up, we're going to go ahead and put $296 to the side. Like I said, this is usually what we do for our sinking fund. You know, when you're moving money around and waiting for stuff to attach to certain accounts. SD card issues. Anyway, venture. Yes, we are paying $265. We do have consumer debt. It just made sense in our scenario to go ahead and pay off our mortgage just because it's such a small mortgage left to pay off, and our interest is actually higher on our mortgage. We've paid out so much money because of the interest on our mortgage versus the interest that we pay on our consumer debt, because our consumer debt is all newly acquired debt that we actually received in 2021. So, you know, we paid off all of our old consumer debt over the past years, and so we are just over it. It's an emotional decision also because we are just tired of paying off this mortgage, y'all. It's like year 13, year 14. Yeah, it's time for it to go. It's time. Okay, next up in the debt category, we have Discover, which is the other card we have interest. Yeah, we have that too. We have a balance on, and we're going to pay $204 per month. So that'll be the payment for this month. And then my Apple card had some spending that totaled $121.02. So $121.02. Now, next up are the bills. We are going to set aside $1,234 for rent. Our rent is actually twice that, but we set that amount to the side every 2 weeks. We do live in Hawaii, so enough said. Next up is our phone bill, which will be $176.13, and that's for 3 lines of unlimited use. Then we're going to leave a buffer in our account, so we'll leave $196.88 in there because there's always something you forget about, right? Next up is miscellaneous. I use this section, this box right here, for my business spending. I actually already did my expense cash out for October, and I did have some lingering transactions. One of them is my planners. I buy my planners in bulk before I mail them out to you guys. So a planner such as this one is a little bit different, my newest one that's out. And so that came to $130.90. I like to make sure that it printed correctly, that it's no ink running, that it's not blurry, that it's not missing pages. I just want it to be perfect for you guys because I really am so grateful for the support that you share, that you show to my website. Okay, next up is food. We're going to call it what it is. It's groceries, it's takeout, it's whatever. We are budgeting $250. We're trying to rein in our spending on food, and we're eating a little healthier. So we know it's going to be tough, but we are up for the challenge, y'all. Next up is family. Micah will get $200 to use for his personal money. Then we're going to set aside some money for self-care, y'all. If you are one of my OGs that used to watch my videos from last year, you know we used to set aside $100 to $110 every 2 weeks to get a massage. And we wonder why we don't feel amazing now that we aren't doing those. So we are starting those back up. And this is what our journey looks like to debt freedom. We are not going to keep ourselves away from some fun and some much needed self-care time. So self-care, boom. Next up is E. She is going to get a $25 allowance. She has a budgeted amount coming in also from her child tax credit, so that's why her allowance is a little on the low side. Eva does pay for all of her own spending, whether it's toys, clothes, something for her business, anything like that. So that's why her allowance is pretty high, even though she's 10 years old. This is the lowest it'll actually ever be. Usually it's about $50 to $100 every 2 weeks. Then let's see, our last three categories. We are going to add $25 to the give category. We actually have a sinking fund, and so this is not all the money we give from out of our total income. This is just money that we put towards that sinking fund, and we pull from it as needed. Next is cash. We are definitely going to pull out $600 for my savings challenges. Whoa, that rooster was close. For our savings challenges this week, this paycheck, we have some goals to achieve to get additional money set to the side for our mortgage. Then we also have my regular cash envelopes, which is our everyday spending, and these are going to get $200. So a good amount going towards cash because, like I said, we're really trying to track our spending. Then the last thing we want to do, remember we did say that we had some income that included money from our rental property. So we want to go ahead and put that money right into our rental property sinking fund. So we're going to budget $600 to that fund, and that will cover the cost of any spending that we have to make on renovations or repairs or just anything for the house. We usually pay our mortgage from our own income, and we like to pocket the money that we receive from rental income to cover the house and any of its activities. So that is how we're looking for our paycheck number 1 for the month of November 2021. And if we add up all of our expenses, we come to a total of $4,043.17. So just about pretty much $2,000 is money that we actually get to keep or save or invest or spend the way we like. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in and doing a budget with me so that we can spend every dollar wisely and give every dollar a job. Don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.